Good afternoon, members. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. It's Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Monday. So up on screen is my tweet that I just put out just a minute ago. So just seen some of the latest FPL price reveals. As Andy Let's Talk FPL said last night, there are some players guaranteed virtually in starting lineup based on prices, i.e. Rafinha, Salah, Tony. But the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Kane, Wood, Aubameyang, you can fuck off. You can fuck right off. And that's a quote from Peep Show, Big Mad Andy. And the reason why I bring this up is because I just think that fantasy football just doesn't make this game competitive. It makes it fucking boring. And, you know, I could be being completely contradictory in what I'm saying, but the biggest frustration for me when it comes to this, fucking hell, Sterling's 11 million. I've just seen that now. Fuck me. Okay, so, yeah, do you know what? I can't recall that impromptu moment, can I? Hold on a minute here, lads. Hold on a minute here, lads and ladies. Or lady in blonde. So I'm literally just recording a members-only video. I've just seen Sterling's price of 11 million. Are you fucking winding me up? There we are. Let's see if that can get a bit of attention, shall we, lads? Fuck me. That is a fucking piss take. It's what happens when you do things live. Have you seen the way Twitter does things as well? Sterling 11.0. You taking the piss. Put the star there. Hashtag FPL price reveals. There we are, done. Let's piss a few people off. That's what I like doing, fucking people off. Yeah. I like playing this game. You may not think it based on my reactions just now. But I like playing this game. And essentially, what fucking annoys me about it is the fact that, as ever, rather than making this game a bit kind of competitive and kind of allowing us options to make it differential, it seems to push us in the same direction of give or take having the same players. And don't get me wrong, there will be a point in the season where we'll all own Kane. I get it. We'll all own Kevin De Bruyne. We'll all own Sterling. Unlikely, but the fact that they've put these prices at, you know, such high levels and certain players low levels, like we say it every fucking season, but it's, for me, it's just making the game boring. And clever dicks like me try and fucking be clever, like I said, be clever about it by, well, I'm not going to get that player, I'm going to get a fucking complete opposite, when in reality, you know, just get Salah in, get Tony in. Tony boy. I just can't get my fucking head around this pricing system. Who the fuck? I don't give two shits how good Man City's fixtures are. I am not buying Kevin De Bruyne unless he fits in just. But do you really think I'm going to get Kevin De Bruyne ahead of Salah at 12 minutes for a 0.5 difference? No fucking way. Sterling, 1.5 million cheaper than Salah. 1 million cheaper than Kevin De Bruyne. He's not. No one is going to buy any of these players whatsoever, and it almost offends me that the Fantasy Premier League game does this. It really fucking annoys me. You know, so other price reveals that have happened today. In fact, one's just happened as I've hit record, which was Southampton. So they've come in at Che Adams is 7 million, Ward-Prowse 6.5, Walker-Peters 5, Armstrong 6. Yeah, about right. I'd probably put Adams at 6.5. I don't think he really did much to justify a major price hike. 7 million's a bit too expensive for a player, as Dan said on Instagram, the assister to Danny Ings. It's a bit like Watkins, isn't it? You know, Watkins, a player in which assists all the time, doesn't score many goals, but for his price range was fine. Newcastle said maximum 6.5, yeah, about right. Wilson 7.5, yeah, fine. Dubravka 4.5 and Almiron 5.5, fine. Nothing wrong with that. That's where I would put these players. I think that's logical. Makes sense. Who else did they release today? Man City, as we've just briefly covered. Oh yeah, Leicester, Schmeichel 5 million. I think that's a bargain. 5 million for Schmeichel. I think 5.5 would have been more appropriate, considering Leicester are a top 4 fucking team. Iheanacho 7.5. I think it's fine. Maddison 7. Here we are. Jamie Vardy 10.5. Make him 10. Make him 10. At least give us that thinking process. Because the reality is that this, if you're playing it seriously like I do, like you guys that are watching this now, or the guys that are going to be watching the live streams, etc. I just think that the way the game is moving in that direction of we've pretty much all got the same strategy, give or take, the more and more people know how to start playing this game. It's a bit like with virtual FPL. There's like a meta-based system. It's a bit like with Call of Duty. There's the meta. It's you choose this specific setup, you're guaranteed to win. And obviously with fantasy football, you're relying on actual real-life players. But, I mean, Everton, Calvert-Lewin 8 million, that makes sense. James Rodriguez 7 million. Yeah. Is that a price drop, though? Is that a price drop due to injuries? Richarlison 7.5. I think, yeah, about right. I think, you know, you've then got that selection headache of between Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin. And then Digne 5.5. I think for 5.5, at least that is something that makes you want to think. Because Everton don't keep clean sheets, but there's that possibility of Digne doing something with the fact that he's on set pieces, etc., etc. We had Chelsea come out. Now, I was right about Werner coming in at 9 million. There he is at 9 million. I think that's fucking perfect pricing. It gives us a fucking option. Kante 5 million, whatever. Mendes 6. No one's going to buy him. Azpilicueta 6 million. You know, based on Chelsea's clean sheet history, I think that it makes sense that the Chelsea defence are 6 million plus, essentially. You've then got the likes of Brentford, as it's put up here. Raya, the goalkeeper, 4.5. Obviously, Pinnock, don't know much about him, 4.5. Mbemo, 5.5. Tony, 6.5. Brilliant pricing. But what I find really interesting, I'll skip past Aston Villa for a second. Because Norwich with Pookie, I saw today, coming in at 6. Did he? Or did I dream that? Did they release Norwich, or did I actually dream that? I must have dreamt that. Ha! Okay, I've dreamt that. Fair enough. I've actually had a dream about fantasy football, and Pookie came in at 6 million, unless I'm going completely mad. So here's Aston Villa. Martinez 5.5 makes complete sense. Not a problem with that at all. Grealish 8 million, fine. Watkins 7.5. I think, yeah, for what he did last season, totally understandable. Tyrone Mings at 5 million, again, completely understand that. Then Man United were released today. We got Fernandes at 12 million. Yep, I said it. And he'll be 11.5 or 12 million. Makes complete sense. Nowhere at all. Maguire 5.5. That could be an absolute potential bargain, considering the clean sheet potential and bonus points. Pogba 7.5. He's another one. Rashford at 9.5. I think knock him down by 0.5. I think at that point we're having a proper chat now regarding possibly Rashford as an option. But it's just that 0.5 puts puts him out. But again, without going over the same thing, but it's a fact, is that we want options to choose from. Yesterday, if you weren't aware, which I think would be mad for you not to know, as I scroll through, we had the Liverpool for whatever reason released the whole bloody thing, but Alexander-Arnold 7.5, Salah 12.5, Robertson 7 million, Jota at 7.5, we've got Antonio coming in at 7.5 for West Ham, Susek 6, Cresswell 5.5, Kafal 5. And yes, I am right. Sorry, I apologise. I am completely right. Tottenham, Lloris 5.5 makes complete sense. In fact, I thought I'd cover all this. Clearly not. So, we did mention about Liverpool. So, West Ham, their 4 players that were released were Antonio 7.5, absolutely spot on. I think that's great pricing. Susek 6 million, once again I think great pricing. Cresswell, Kafal. Now I know Andy was saying that he's a bit disappointed by the pricing of those two. I think they're fucking brilliant. I think that's a great choice there. I think Kafal, 5 million, the attacking potential that he has and the clean sheet potential West Ham have, I think is fine. Cresswell, we all know what he did. Wasn't he like one of the highest scoring defenders last season? 5.5, I think bargain. I think fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that's cool. We then move on to, no, this is another one. Fuck off. Kane, 12.5. I get it. Lloris 5.5, fine. Son 10 million makes complete sense. I think he was too cheap last season, but whatever. Kane 12.5. He's just been priced out. I don't give 2 shits if he goes to, well, I do give 2 shits if he goes to Man City, but Kane 12.5 at Tottenham, forget it. Højbjerg, whatever, who gives a shit about him, but as it stands, Kane has been priced out. Now, unless he had, he was in goal-scoring form, or more to the point, attacking form, and also the fact that he had some really good fixtures upcoming, and you can base your strategy on the fact that, well, it looks like Kane, when he plays at home, he's getting double-digit scores. When he plays away from home, not so great. And the next 3 home games are against the worst teams in the division that are conceding goals left, right, and centre. Then fuck yeah, getting Kane. But for now, I don't give 2 shits who he's got. Forget it. Because apparently, by the way Dan's talking about him and many people are talking about the Euros, he is fucking awful. So, Kane, forget it. I'm going to go anywhere near him whatsoever. I think, like I said, I think there's better value in other players that will return the same equivalent, give or take, for points. And here we are. I didn't dream it. Krul, Pookie, Hanley, McLean, they were all revealed last night. Krul coming at 4.5 as expected. Pookie at 6. I find incredible. Wasn't he like one of the highest scoring strikers in the Championship last season? 6 million. I'm telling you now, I don't think there's a fucking problem with that. I think that's fucking gold. Hanley at 4.5 and McLean at 5 million. So they're the latest price rises. I am releasing this as a free to public, so to speak. Normally this would be a members only video, but I just think to hell with it. I think that we're edging towards a very important time of the season where essentially, we got all the fantasy football content coming out now, slowly revealing itself. Andy was thinking that maybe the game's going to be released very soon. I still am of the opinion that we are talking, if you are watching this and you didn't see the live stream yesterday, I'm still thinking at the earliest, as I look at my camera, more to the point, as I look at my calendar, I think the earliest will be early July, roughly the 7th, 8th, 9th of July, which is still just before the Euros ends. I think from a PR point of view, I think what would be great is if they release it after the Euros ends, just a few days later. So maybe we're talking, this would then be about 4.5 weeks before the actual Premier League starts, which is crazy to think like that because 4 weeks is going to vanish. But we're talking roughly around the 13th, 14th, 15th of July, which is a Tuesday, a Wednesday or a Thursday. To give it 5 weeks, to give it all that tinkering around and stuff, we're talking, like I said, the 6th, 7th, 8th. I think the latest will certainly be the 20th, 21st or 22nd of July. Like I said, Andy and many others are thinking now they're really revealing the prices and everything. We're talking in the next few days. I know FPL Penguin was on that FPL game week, and he thinks that actually it's going to be within the next week. So these people know their stuff, they know what they're talking about, and I do respect their opinion. So I'd like to think that really it may be in the next few days, but I personally think I'm sticking with the opinion that it's going to be in mid-July myself. But yeah, those players in front of you right now, the Man City players: Diaz 6 million, Mahrez 9, Sterling at a disgusting 11 million. If we're talking Sterling 9.5, 10, which I think personally, I know it's a hell of a price dip, but I think, again, there's a conversation to be had because that player is useless. We know what he can do. Last season he didn't deliver. I've not been impressed with Sterling whatsoever. It's all based on previous history, which I fully understand, but I'm sorry, but it's just priced out, especially with the fact that De Bruyne, 12 million, 1 million more. There's an option there from Man City if you want to go down the route, but I'm afraid for me, De Bruyne has been priced out for me when there are better options that can bring in the same similar style points there. I mean, who would you have, De Bruyne or Fernandes? I'd probably take Fernandes at the same price, 12 million. So, yeah, as ever, if you have enjoyed this video, or you're enjoying the content so far and the fact that the price reveals are there, hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. By all means, you can follow us on social media at Elite FPL, whether it's on Instagram to follow Dan regarding the Euros, or us at Elite FPL on Twitter, or you can follow me at Total Stevo, where I also do the odd comment regarding fantasy football. Other than that, I appreciate anybody watching this, and cheers, and I'll see you soon.